Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the war of comedians. So Frankie Boyle once was funny, has now taken his time to basically be the BBC's bitch. And he's essentially just roaming around slamming better comedians than him. And that is, of course, Ricky Gervais. So the quote, just as an FYI, because he, well, basically, Frankie Boyle's fans circulated a clip of Frankie Boyle, which said, Ricky Gervais, there's maybe 15 minutes where he says, well, if a trans woman says she's a woman, I can say I'm a chimpanzee, I'm a chimpanzee. My reaction to that is, it's not much weirder than Ricky Gervais saying he's a stand-up comedian. We know Ricky Gervais, he's a brilliant actor, he's a brilliant writer, he's not an effing stand-up comedian. Just because Ricky Gervais self-identifies as a stand-up comedian, am I supposed to say that he is one? It's effing political correctness gone mad. And he would further say, as well, I watched the whole of Ricky Gervais' show. I feel like Fred Astaire watched a man in calipers fall down an effing escalator. He's not funny. And he's a washed-up comedian nowadays as well. Very, very much, actually, the washed-up comedian. Like I said, the BBC's bitch. He's just roaming around doing what the BBC wants him to do. And I think it's comical because this is an individual, Frankie Boyle, that has come out and, slammed Ricky Gervais for his commentary on identification and things like that. But in his own sort of comedic slap of Ricky Gervais, he's ripping them a new one as well. Well, if I can just identify as this, then I am one. It's like, yeah, that's actually the argument that Ricky Gervais is using, you idiot. So, I just don't understand it. It's so funny. In December of 2020, Boyle ripped on Ricky Gervais over the exact same subject. Said, I saw his routine about trans people and I thought it was very lazy. You've literally taken the same argument they use, which you also tried to defend, actually, by the way. Like, he tried to use this as a defense. Before, he said, yeah, it's really Ricky Gervais is transphobe, etc., because he jokes about everyone. And yet you're using the same argument to rip on Ricky Gervais. I mean, quite literally, I can say I'm a chimpanzee, which is, him mocking Ricky Gervais, but then he continues to go further. Just because Ricky Gervais identifies as a stand-up comedian, am I supposed to say he is one? But, I mean, that's his argument. You're literally playing into Ricky Gervais' argument. And also, Ricky Gervais is a stand-up comedian. He's absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Bearing in mind, Ricky Gervais, if I just take a look at what the headlines are for Deadline as an outlet, what they have for him. I mean, we've got Ricky Gervais on his agent, blah, blah, blah. Didn't he recently take like £100 million or something like that for his insane stand-up? The amount that Netflix paid him for it. And I'm not saying Ricky Gervais shouldn't have paid it. Absolutely should have done. My point is, it's an insane number. And he got that number because he's so funny. Yeah, Ricky Gervais is an actor. Yeah, Ricky Gervais is a writer. Yeah, Ricky Gervais is also a stand-up comedian. Because he's a brilliant writer. You literally said it there, Frankie Boyle. He is an actor, writer, and he's also a stand-up comedian. When you have to put someone down to look better yourself because you're a fat, overweight... Oh, wait. Sorry, am I doing exactly what you do? Oh, I shouldn't really do that, should I? Wait. When you have to put someone down because your star, statistically speaking, from data is dwindling and you can only get a job on the BBC, which you can currently, Frankie, it's not a good argument, mate. It's not a good argument. I mean, I watched the whole of Ricky Gervais' show. I feel like Fred Astaire watching a man in calipers fall down an effing escalator. But I mean, I'm a bit confused by why you trying to say it wasn't good? Because clearly Netflix thinks he's worth it. He is the highest paid stand-up comedian in history. Ricky Gervais makes history as he earns over £1 million for a single stand-up gig. £1.41 million he earned. Absolutely staggering. But this is what happens when you get washed up, like Frankie Boyle is. Terrible as well. He's not funny in any way, shape or form. And why would Netflix, who have funded him so much money, remove jokes? They're jokes, not dicks. Don't take him so hard. Ricky Gervais has a message for those who don't get his humour. The comedian has finally addressed a petition that was launched to remove a controversial joke. The best jokes are controversial. So the joke being objected to stems from Gervais allegedly being busy making videos for terminally ill children for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Gervais claims he doesn't burst into hospitals and go, "Wake up, Baldy." He then added that he starts his video to the children by saying, "Why didn't you wish to get better?" What? You effing R-word as well? Outrage obviously ensued. Gervais spoke to BBC Radio 5 Live about the issue, says, "I'm literally saying in the joke that I don't do that, but people have a reaction. They don't analyse it, they feel something, that's what offence is, it's a feeling. That's why I'm offended, it's quite meaningless. What do you want me to change?" He then shared that he believes 99% of it is faux offence. Yeah, it is faux outrage. And they're not really offended, they just want to be heard. Of all the millions of people that have watched it and loved it, only a few don't like it. If I give them special attention and try and placate them, I've annoyed the other millions of people that got the joke. They go, "No, you've ruined it for us." I've got a duty to the people that like it and get it. I wouldn't sit down with a heckler, would I? If I'm playing to 20,000 people, I wouldn't stop the show and explain to them. I ignore them. Yep, quite rightly. Quite rightly. And this is why good old Frankie Boyle once was a star, now again, I repeat, can quite literally only get jobs on the BBC. You don't see Netflix lining up at his house with 1.5 or what, 1.41 million pounds, because you're a has-been, mate. And to get any, literally to get any headlines that are outside of the BBC, Frankie, you now have to try and take down better comedians than you. It's almost sad at this point. But there you go. Outrage. Once again, at Ricky Gervais.